I should have one of my picnic them. I guarantee you, see a funeral we would not talk about. We would be talking about a funeral of an individual. You understand? Now, this headline, shout out to the Observer. So this headline says, talk about a Seventh-day Adventist. First of all, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. I have two topics today for you, and both of them got me so heated. But I'm going to try to stay cool, calm, and collected. Because, you see, these are the things that I talk about on SouFLoTV all the time. And get a lot of bashing for talking about. Even though I'm trying to get my people to be up to speed with what world we are living in. Now, Jesus now come save you. You understand? Some people might be offended when I say that. But listen, Jesus, God, whoever, help who help themselves. So you better get with the program, okay? No weak fence around here. No lamb to no slaughter around here. Now listen, Seventh-day Adventist minister flees the island after being accused of boogering a 13-year-old boy. And I'm taking that from the Observer out of Jamaica. Again, shout out to the Observer. Watch this story. So, a St. Anne mother is seeking justice for her 14-year-old son, who alleges that he was sodomized by a pastor in the Seventh-day Adventist church when he was just 13 years old. 13, 14. Last year it happened. Pastor gone. Alright? The mother is livid that the police did not apprehend the pastor immediately after she made the report, giving him time to resign from the church and skip the island hours after, giving a backhand confession in which he apologizes for abusing the child. So it's not no guess that he did it. He gave a confession, he apologized to for abusing the child, and he took a flight and left Jamaica. This is after the mother complained to the police. But let me just say this, there's a whole bunch of mix-up in here. So don't go bashing the police yet. You have to listen to the whole thing. Okay? But listen. According to the boy's mother, the young pastor was based in Claremont, Seventh-day Adventist Church, where her family worships. I'm telling about them church here. I'm telling about them pastor here. Pastor, police, politician, them 3P, they rude boy. Me not trust on the member shatters. Not even that. I'm talking about the videos that I've done previously on SouFLoTV where I talk about people in positions of power. Perverts in positions of power, child molesters in positions of power. They work themselves into these positions specifically to get to vulnerable targets. But we're going to talk more as we read the story. So according to the boy's mother, the young pastor was based in Claremont Seventh-day Adventist Church where her family worships. When he befriended the family, before he was transferred to Seventh-day Adventist Church in Little London, Westmoreland. This is where my wife is from. But the leadership of the church group has told Jamaica Observer that while they were aware of the allegations against the pastor, who has since resigned, that was not why he was transferred. I want to ask you, why was he even still allowed to hold that position even after such an allegation came about? Once somebody get that kind of allegation against them in that position, they're supposed to get benched. You understand? Bench him, no responsibility of the clerical order, and then complete an investigation hand in hand with the police, and then if nothing is found, you can put him back. Because sometimes people come and make false allegations for whatever reasons. They have their own motives. You understand? But in this particular case, he was allowed to still stay in the church. Just transferred to another church. The church them dirty and slack and nasty. And I'm not afraid to say it. Enough slackness are hiding at the church them. And we've been knowing this for the longest. Why do you think the youth them nowadays don't pay no attention to church? And everybody running around talking about, Lord, them not believe in a God no more. Oh, prayer gone. Is because the youth them know what going in at the church. Enough of them get feel up and booger off in the church. enough of them see some whole heap of slackness and nastiness in the church. Is enough of them know enough of uno holier than thou art on Saturdays or Sundays, whichever day you choose to worship, and the rest of the day them of the week you're dirty and nasty like. And then you have the nerve to come tell the youth them about come a church. Come a which church? With a demon like you? With uno? Anyhow, the leadership of the church group told Jamaica Observer that while they were aware of the allegations against the pastor, who has since resigned, that was not the reason why he was transferred to another church. Okay, so where the reason? Because we want to know. Then hear them now. The Bible condemns child sexual abuse in the strongest possible terms. It sees any attempt to confuse, blur, or denigrate personal, generational, or gender boundaries through sexually abusive behavior as an act of betrayal and a gross violation of personhood. It openly condemns abuse of power, authority, and responsibility because these strike at the heart of the victim's deepest feelings about themselves, others, and God, and shatter their capacity to love and trust, said the church, as it distanced itself from sexual predators. You know some of them people that are so into the Bible and so into their religion that you can't even have a normal conversation with them because them just draw Bible verse after Bible verse, even though they themselves, them closet murky, mucky, their life dirty. You understand? Listen, pastor, our church, all you had to say was the Bible condemns that type of behavior and we condemn it as well. The long big speech there, you can keep that because nobody out here is an idiot or fool anymore. Okay? We know what's going on in there. It's the elders them alone who can fool with them something there because years and years and generations of brainwashing from the poor elder them stuck in the people like my grandmother them. You can't fool this year generation. Different thing are going. Okay? But the church has distanced itself from sexual predators. The church full up of sexual predators. So how we not going to distance ourselves from sexual predators when they are in abundance in the church? Anyhow, but that is not enough for the mother, because the mother said that on September of 2017, when her son had just finished acing. Listen to this. This is the classic stories that I tell my audience about. The classic stuff I tell you to look at, to look out for. And you don't have to be a mother or a father. You are a sister, you're a brother, you're an auntie, you're an uncle. You're related to some child, some underage person somewhere. They are as much responsibility if they're in your family or even outside of your family. Everybody want to talk about community now. But we're going to talk about that on the next video. Watch this. The mom says it's not enough because September of 2017, when her son had just finished acing the grade 6 achievement test, or GSAT. The man aced him GSAT to them. Aced his GSAT. Congratulations, little youth. You're brainy. The pastor offered to take him to lunch as a treat, which was also part of his present for the boy's birthday, which had just passed. Now, may I ask myself which part him daddy there? Where is his father? That's what I want to know. Him said to me, Mummy, may I carry your son and some other young children go out for lunch because it's the Sabbath and the whole of with their church. Me say, okay. That's what the mom said. Me say, okay. And just get her son so. Because she trusts pastor. This is what they do. Weasel their way into a position of trust and power. When my son come back from the pastor's house, me notice that him have a phone. And me say, where you get the phone from? And him say, a pastor give me. So she said she got rocks off the pastor. She confront the pastor and she ask him, why did you give my child a phone without asking our permission first? And the pastor said, it's because him do so well on the GSAT. A lie, no? I feel up him, probably feel up the little boy, no? and then give the little boy a phone. Or he was grooming the little boy already. First of all, give him the phone. Then, you know, gifts come. Listen, picnic, nothing is for free. By the way, let me tell you something. We stop raise our children militant. I think my generation is the last generation that was raised militantly. You understand? Some people call it abuse. You see, the people that raised me, when my grandfather called me, come here. And me take my time and walk, go to him. Him say, go back over there, sir. Come here. I bet you don't take your time and walk the second time. That shot your box, see man. Go back over there. When me call you, come here. You come fast as, you know what I say? And them kind of thing that we were raised militantly. We were raised to, no man can't touch we up and couldn't feel we up. And them something that not at no 13 years old. So me not understand what I go on with the youth them. Easily led astray by things. Have been taught to worship things. So you see where I'm catching with first? A phone. Alright? So mommy asks him, where you give me pick the phone for? And him said, well, he did so good on the GSAT, you know, I had to give him a gift and these kind of things. The mother said, don't do it again. Don't give him any gifts without asking our permission first. Please don't do it again. Alright. Months pass now. And her sister, which is the picnic auntie, noticed that there was pornographic material on the phone. And called the pastor who had given the boy the phone. At that time, the little boy also started misbehaving and refusing to obey the rules that the family had set. You see that? That nasty ras got into the little boy's head. You know, so it's funny because I used to watch, like, growing up, I see, like, my older cousins in the community and stuff, and my auntie and uncle them, is when they kind of knew, not kind of, they knew when their children started being sexually active or getting involved in adult activities. Because you would have seen the little girl start go way left. You understand? And they would be able to pull her back in. Oh, yeah, take man now, so you're going like, say you're a big man. And of course, in her mind, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go out and start a family and be with this man or that man. Me can't get man now. Me sure me can't get man. Them kind of something there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how in tune this woman was with her son, but obviously the auntie find porn on the picnic phone and contact the pastor that gave him the phone. Now I'm wondering, why did they contact the pastor that gave him the phone? Because it wasn't the pastor that they saw on the phone in a pornographic way, or was it that the little boy was surfing the internet, being curious minded? That's why I tell y'all, if you don't have children and them have a cell phone and you have not put any kind of restrictions on that cell phone, please understand that them into things that you have not even thought of getting into yet. And you're big on hole now. You're right? Okay. One time I said to my son, and I think he was 14 at the time, and I said, 15. I said, hey, I'm all over the internet. So wherever you go on here or whatever you do, I'm going to be able to find it and show it back to you word for word. So be careful of your activities on the internet. This is my 14-year-old look at me and told me, he said, Dad, you too way behind. You too slow. And he started naming off a whole bunch of apps and a whole bunch of places, sites. And I'm like, what? What's that? And they just started laughing. So them laugh after you. You understand? The future belongs to the youth them, you know, and they're way ahead of us, you know. So you have to make sure, say, you know, all up and call up. You have to stay in tune with them. Otherwise, you're going to lose. That is why I respect adults that bridge the generational gap instead of sit back and cast judgment on the youths them of today and then talk about back in my time, you know, and if this did. Okay, we understand that. But you're still here and you can impart knowledge onto the youth them now. But they won't let you do it. They're not going to listen to you if you're going like, say, you're up here and they're down here. You understand? Alright, let's go on with the story now. So, at the time, the little boy had started misbehaving and refusing to obey the rules that the family had set. In desperation, the family again turned to the pastor for help with the same child, you know. And in September of 2018, the decision was made to have the boy sleep over at the pastor's house to help the little boy with homework. Me don't know how we get to this from him give me pick the phone, next thing me find porn on the phone, and next thing my child is going to go sleep over your rotted house for you to help him with homework overnight. No father is in this picture. I don't even have to ask anymore, where is the father? No father is in this picture. And let me say something to my brothers out there. You see, when y'all run away and leave your kids for whatever the reason is, it is things like these, okay, that they have to endure. Them kind of level of confusion and abuse ya. Alright. In desperation, the family turned to the pastor and said, and yeah. Alright, so he went there that Saturday night and he came back Sunday morning. I give no give the little boy to the rotted pedophile for your phone. That's all I gotta say. I mean, if you don't take it hard, or I'm not saying you intentionally did it, but that was the exchange. My little picnic now go nowhere. Especially a child, I go sleep I want man house. For what? For what? There are tutors at school. There are other students his age group that probably are smarter than he is, or a little bit older than him, that can help him. Extra lessons and all them something there. Even if you sleep over no man house to get help with homework. Me lose off on a man as parents. Okay, so she said he went over there Saturday night and came back Sunday morning. That time the pastor was living in Mommy Bay, the mother said. According to the mother, in the year following the incident, the family noticed that the boy, who was now 14 years old, had no interest in cartoons anymore, action movie or other things that boys his age gravitated towards. Instead, he was interested in fashion shows, interested in dolls, and other things that were more of the feminine pursuit. So I start asking him questions, and him tell me, say, if I find out that him a go, if me find out say him a go the other way, me a go lick him and kill him. Because you are God pick me, and you feel walk in the way of the Lord, because God no make no other man Steve. The distraught mother said she told her son that. You see what I say? Not equipped to deal with the situation at all. And this pastor is a prime example of a pedophile that knew how to pick. And your son was ripe for the picking. He had all the checks, weaknesses lined up. No daddy around, single mother, in need of things, very trusting, willing enough to let your son sleep over him house. He tested by giving him the cell phone. My granny would have fling with that and broke it up, or give it back to him. I would have never been allowed to have it. She said days later, on Monday, January 6th, the boy broke down and confessed to her that on the day the pastor gave him the cell phone, the pastor had actually kissed him in a sexual way. And that on the night of the sleepover, the pastor actually boogered him. We don't know what boogered him mean. You see what I say, people? So that's what I'm saying. He tested with the cell phone. Him kiss a little boy now and bribe him for don't tell. Everybody else have phone and you don't have phone. Him and he want phone you. Right? When your mother asks me, I go say it's because you did so good on your GSAT. When that little boy got sent over to that pastor house to spend the night about homework, that was that Batman dreams come true. Yeah, I said it. Now, you see when him tell me pee up myself. The mother says she pee up herself. She just turn up there and just piss. Oh, so there is a father in the picture. But, like I've said before, fathers can be there but very absent. She said, my husband's mouth just dropped wide open. What? My bigger son fly into the room and he said, me no buy that. Pastor really interfere with you? And the little boy just start to cry and talk. And him tell me everything from start to finish. Added the mother. I told my son, look at that. Father over there, passive as hell, a passive father. Your son just told you a long story about how man booger him. Furthermore, you are dad and you make your son go sleep with man or sleep over man house. Me not understand the meds there. I don't get it. And then here comes his brother, his older brother, who is so caught up in church and religion and everything else. Me no buy that. What does his older brother do? Your sibling that's supposed to side with you and protect you. And say, what? Your mommy I kill him, you know? Instead of saying that, what did the older son say? Me no believe that. Y'all tell me, say, pastor, do it. No, me no believe that. So your father over there, like a lump on a log, mommy piss up herself and brother don't believe him. Psst. I told my son, make sure what you're saying is true, you know, because you can be sued for defamation of character. And him say, mommy, why would I tell a lie on myself and tell a lie on the man? Now people hear me out. At that moment where my child tells me something like that, my last concern would be defamation of character. I would not give two about defamation of character at that point. Enough to tell him about make sure that's something true you're telling him. Because no, we'll go straight to pastor. And there's no telling, but I know it's going to escalate from there for me. Told my son to make sure he's telling the truth, because he could be sued for defamation of character. And then the poor little boy said, mommy, why would I tell a lie like that on myself and tell a lie like that on the man? So she said, I listened to him, and Monday night about 11 o'clock, I called the pastor and I asked the pastor, what happened? And the pastor not said nothing. I have to call the pastor because this is somebody who come our house and we know him and everything. Wolf. I asked him, what do you have to say for yourself? And him said him not have nothing to say. Then my son blurt out, I better you talk the truth now, you know, because I can't hold this any longer. Do you hear that? The son said, I better you talk the truth now, you know, because I can't hold this any longer, to the pastor, while the mom was confronting him. Just tell mommy the truth and done. And him still didn't say nothing. The mother said that about 2 o'clock the following morning, the pastor called her and said he wanted to meet with her. So I sharpened a knife because I decided, say, I'm going to do something to defend my picnic. And when we meet him, all him depend is, if this gets out, this would have grave implications. So I say, how you talk like something you're guilty of? And him now say nothing. The only thing I must say is sorry. Having met with the pastor, the concerned mother took her son to the police center for the... Yo, the knife that would have get used that day, that's all may I tell you. And again, where is your husband? Why is the mother going to confront a man that had just boogered her child? Why is it not the father that's going to confront him, or both parents? Somehow no waste man. When you leave the woman them, I don't care if you're married, but you're still playing skirt. You leave the woman to go do a man job, right? She have a sharp knife to defend the family. If you cannot defend her, she cannot respect you. If you cannot defend her children, she will never respect you. But somehow do not even care about respect. So anyhow, having met with the pastor, the concerned mother took her son to the police center for the investigation of sexual offense and child abuse at the office in Senton Bay, where they made a report. Hear this now. She said that after making the report, she was expecting the police to apprehend and question the pastor. But 2 days later, he was still seen driving around in the area. After she made the report, you know, they're not even calling him in for a questioning. To compound the matter, make the matter worse, the pastor called her and apologized while appearing to blame the boy for what happened. Is him come on to me? And in a moment of weakness, the Wednesday night he called me and I taped him because he said on the phone that he should have been the adult and what happened should not have happened. But up to that point, he did not say sorry or anything, said the mother. She's a blouse and skirt. No pardon my language. I want to cuss this man, but I gotta keep it clean. This mother is a real idiot, you know. A real idiot. Up to this point, he has not apologized. Oh man, he said everything else except for me strip your son and dig out him body hole. He said everything else. What happened should not have happened because I was the adult and I should have been the bigger person. The little boy in front time, I tell you, say, tell mommy, you know, because me can't hold the scene any longer. Me don't tell already. And you still, what are you're still waiting for what? What are you still waiting for? Matter of fact, at this point, what is the police waiting for? What the police do you want to see? Picture of the two of them in bed? One bloody underwear? I don't know. What did they want to see to take action? Having not heard from the police, so the mother said, Wednesday night him called me and I tape him because he said on the phone that this should not have happened, and me being the adult, I should have been the bigger person and all this other stuff. Having not heard from the police, 2 days after reporting the matter, the mother called the CISOCA, I call it Sisoka, detective, to whom she had made the report that the answer from the cop was like a dagger to her heart. Hear the mother now. This is what police say. She a go tell me, say, she did not tell me to take a formal statement because the child gave the report. The child said him forgive the pastor. Me say, miss, you're talking foolishness. Because how can a child forgive an adult? Him not know nothing about forgiveness. This is what the mother said. So the police said, them never tell her to take no formal statement, or she did not take a formal statement because the child said he forgave the pastor for what happened. She said the child did tell the police that he had told the pastor that he forgave him, but that was in relation to the kiss before the boogering. Now hear me out. Whether a child said them forgive you or not, either police, whichever police did this allegedly, but if this really did happen, is an idiot police that, right? Because the child is in no position to say they forgave or anything. This predator should not just be forgiven. They have to be dealt with according to the law. When the kiss happened, the pastor said to the child, Jesus Christ, what me just do? Me dead now. Now tell your mother, you know. Me know what me I go do. 2 weeks later, the child told the pastor that he forgave him. So I kiss the little boy first and test the waters, you know. And realize, say, okay, he's a good one. Fished upon the hook. No pun intended. Reeling it in. Kiss him never tell. Give him a phone, him shut up. So him booger him next. The mother said the detective directed them to visit the victim support unit in the parish because she said the child needed to talk to someone. So I went to the victim support and the lady there talked to us and sent us back to the station to give the statement. But by the time the man gone already, I did tell the detective said the man have a US visa, so they needed to stop the man from leaving. But the police said that she never got that message. She needs to be held accountable because whether she got that message or not, they should have acted as soon as that report was made initially. I have been asking the police what time he left the country and where was his destination, but they have not told us anything, said the mother, as she railed against the pastor for stealing her son's innocence and the police for failing to capture the pervert. Now let me tell you something, people. This story goes on longer because this story talk about how the other story tells you what part of the US he is in, how he got away. He quickly resigned from the church and told them that his family overseas has some medical emergency issues and he needed to get there right away. And this man take a one-way flight and duck out. Because he knew what he had done. And he knew that fire was coming down on him. So now here's the story now. Now he is hiding out in the US. And now the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the law, the government of Jamaica is pretty much begging the US to extradite him to Jamaica so that he can face these charges or face these allegations. My people are such a reactive people. Not proactive at all. Reactive people. Rings to the Top says, my head top just lift off after reading this article. If that was my son, I don't think the Observer can print exactly what's going on in my head right now. They need to extradite this man and nail him to a cross. Jano, me ben. And I feel the same way. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And I hope you learned something from this as well. Not trust nobody. Roll your picnic them. Watch out for those people in positions of power around your children. I'm talking about adult relatives, older cousins and uncles and aunties. I'm talking about pastor, teacher, just everybody. I'm so bent by this one, man. Mark True says, there are so many homosexuals in the church, too many of them. The Western world wants us to call these kids of perverts, pedophiles, instead of homosexuals, simply to turn away the condemnation about this preferred class. Perversion and carnality is a confused state of mind, and it is clear that homosexuals are attracted to their own sex. Does not even matter the age that it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and defend no homosexual, but I don't know. I don't associate with any, but I have heard before them put the argument forth that there are homosexual men out there that do not find boys attractive. They find other men attractive. Therefore, they are just gay or homosexual men. They're not predators, and females as well, right? They're just lesbian or bisexual or whatever, but they keep it among adults. So I don't know if it's a valid thing to say that if you're gay, if you're a gay man, you're attracted to boys automatically. Or if you're a gay woman, you're attracted to little girls automatically. Anyway, talk up in the comment section. Let's have this discussion rolling. Alright? I need to hear y'all talk about this some more. And like I said before, like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Share it and get some more people on this conversation, because this need crowd. I'm out. Peace.